Franklin's Neighborhood by Paulette Bourgeois.
Okay, Franklin's Neighborhood. Here goes. Franklin was one of your early favorites, right, Apollo?
Yep.
Still a goodie. Franklin could count to 10 and back again, and say the alphabet without stopping. He liked drawing pictures, and he loved show and tell. So when Mr. Owl assigned the first project of the year, Franklin was ready. First project of the year? "We live in a neighborhood," explained Mr. Owl. "And our neighborhood is made up of houses and stores and—" "Gardens," said Snail. "And a hospital," added Badger. "Exactly," said Mr. Owl. "Now for tomorrow, I want each of you to draw a picture of what you like best about our neighborhood." "What do you like best?" asked Franklin. Mr. Owl thought for a moment. "The school," he replied. Everyone laughed. Of course Owl would like the school best. He's the teacher, right, Apollo?
Yeah.
When Franklin got home, he hurried to his room. "Do you want a snack?" asked his mother. "No, thanks," said Franklin. "I have a project to do." Franklin took out his crayons and some paper. Then he sat down to think. He thought about the ice cream store, then the bicycle trail, and then the soccer field. Franklin sighed. Choosing the best thing about his neighborhood was not going to be easy. Franklin went to find his mother. "Could I have that snack now, please?" he asked. "I think my brain is hungry." But after 3 fly cookies and 2 glasses of milk, Franklin still hadn't decided what he liked best. "Why don't you go for a walk around the neighborhood?" suggested his mother. "That might help," said Franklin. He got his paper and crayons, and off he went. Franklin met Beaver in the meadow. "I've finished my project," Beaver announced. "I picked the library, and I went there right after school to draw my picture." Franklin thought about story time with Mrs. Goose, the librarian. "That's a good idea," Franklin said. "Maybe that's what I'll draw." He waved goodbye and headed for the library. Franklin was sitting on the library steps when Fox came by. "Have you finished your project?" asked Fox. Franklin shook his head. "I was going to draw the library, but on the way here I saw the movie theater. I can't make up my mind." "I chose the fire station," said Fox. Franklin remembered the time Chief Wolf let him sit in the fire truck. "Well, that's a good idea," Franklin said. "Maybe that's what I'll draw." He collected his paper and crayons, and he set off. Franklin was outside the fire station when he saw Moose. "Have you finished your project?" asked Moose. "No," Franklin sighed. "I was going to draw the fire station, but on the way here I saw other places I like just as much." "I like the pond best of all," said Moose. Franklin then thought about swimming and skating with his friends. "That's a good idea," Franklin answered. "Maybe that's what I'll draw." He said goodbye, and he headed for the pond. Franklin was staring at the water when Bear came along. "What's the matter?" asked Bear. "I can't decide what to draw for my project," said Franklin. "I like too many things." "My best place is the berry patch," said Bear. Franklin thought about all the times he and Bear had picked berries together. "See," said Franklin, "another great idea." "What about the park?" Bear suggested. Franklin thought about playing with his friends on the swings and slide. "That's it!" declared Franklin. He said goodbye to Bear, and he hurried off. Why do you think Bear liked the berry patch the most?
Because he's a bear.
And he loves to eat berries. Yum. Franklin's mother found him sitting alone on the teeter-totter. Did the walk help? She asked. Not really, replied Franklin. There are so many great things in our neighborhood. Franklin's mother gave him a hug. Let's go home and talk, she said. I made your favorite supper. Franklin grinned. At least I know what that is. Franklin felt a little better after broccoli soup and fly pie.
I would try broccoli soup, but not fly pie.
Yeah, that sounds a bit, wingy. I'm ready to think again, he said. Then he asked his parents what they liked best about the neighborhood. I like the farmer's market on Saturday mornings, said his mother. Franklin smiled. He loved Farmer Rabbit's sweet peas and Farmer Squirrel's fly brownies. And I like belonging to my chess club, said his father. Franklin agreed. He liked belonging to the chess club, too. Then Franklin remembered something. Is it true that Mr. Herring is moving? He asked. Mr. Heron was the president of the chess club. Yes, it is true, replied Franklin's father. I am going to miss him very much. This neighborhood won't be the same without him. Franklin nodded. He was going to miss Mr. Heron, too. Suddenly, Franklin knew what he wanted to draw. Franklin ran to his room. He said, I know what I like best. And he started working. At school the next day, everyone was excited. It was time to see the projects. Raccoon went first. I drew the river, he said. I drew the forest, said Hawk. Quah! Finally, it was Franklin's turn. He unrolled a huge sheet of paper. It was covered with drawings of almost every one that Franklin knew. I don't get it, said Beaver. Do you get it, Apollo? Why did he draw all the people he knew?
He likes his friends. That's his favorite.
Yeah, because his favorite thing in the neighborhood is the people that live there. Franklin smiled. I drew my neighbors, he said. That's what I like best about my neighborhood. That is a very deep thought from Franklin, isn't it, Apollo?
Yep.
Do you like your neighbors best as well?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the park? What do you like best about your neighborhood?
My friends.
Well, let's say adios. Ready? Adios.
Again.
Oh, man.